Until you have something to live for, until you find value in life, then you're like, why am I here? Before, your purpose was going to school every day. But now, when you're no longer going to school every day, what are you doing? You're going to a job. School at some level gave you a sense of purpose. You know, whether it made you happy or not, it gave you a sense of purpose. And then you went to a job you hated. Then you went home to your family you don't like. But school is the highlight. But once you no longer have school, these kids are out here, and that's why people go immediately downhill once they graduate, because it's just like, okay, I have nothing to look forward to in my life. So now what? So they just plug into the machine and they stay stuck where they're at instead of continuously climbing, because we also think the next progression after high school is college.
Well, that's good that people are now opening up to the idea of trades.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a lot of kids not going to real school. They're just going to, like,
trade school,
esthetician school, or...
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing? Hey, Vonnie Vaughn.
Even me being a pilot, that's a trade. That's not a real... Unless I go to school and get a degree and then go to school.
So a trade to me is something specific. You're going to school for something specific. Like, yes, an accountant. So even in that's a trade. You know what I'm saying? To become an accountant. I went to school for educate. I don't know the difference between a trade and the other thing, because they're all trades. I went to school to be a teacher, which is a trade. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it's something with your hands versus something with your mind, and that's the difference between college and trade school. I don't know, but
maybe with trading you're able to create your own wages.
Hey, True, we about to get into this Bible real quick. I was having a conversation with my daughter before we started.
I was saying maybe a trade is you're able to make your own wages at some degree.
You learn a very specialized skill in a trade. I don't know. I mean, we could probably look it up and it'll tell us the difference between the trade and something else instead of theorizing. But theorizing gives us an opportunity to pull all of our connection points together and think, Exactly. It pushes us to think before we go and
guess. Think.
Yeah, it's not a guess, it's a theory. And so you're forcing your brain to think about something instead of just going and Googling and getting the answer. So we can see how close we are based off of the knowledge we presently have, and then we can go confirm and be like, oh man, I was way off. Or you could be like, oh shoot, I was right.
I feel like I did that with the Instant Pot when it was broken. I was like, well, let me look at how I feel like it goes before I go look online. And I looked online, I looked at the picture, I was like, oh, okay. And then I fixed it.
All right, y'all, what's up? Lonnie Appleton here. I am a healthy family advocate. I advocate for the health, wellness, and restoration of our families. And yeah, we're doing the work over here, and hopefully you guys are doing the work over there. Vaughn, what do you think about the content? It has changed extremely since our origins. I'm a completely different person. Messages are completely different. I know this because I'm transferring my videos over to YouTube as the apple turns. So make sure you guys are following over there, especially if you're new to the community and you're like, okay, I would really like to know how all this started, but I'm not going 1,000+ videos back. I'm moving all of my old content over to As the Apple Turns on YouTube. So present day, thank you. I love all that you do. Thank you, Vaughn. So present day, you can still go watch 2023 origin videos, and you can really see the progression of my message, my appearance, my language, everything. And what's different about me than most people is what you see from what's manifesting from me is truly manifesting from me. There's not too many outside source influences. Now, a word or something will come from different places, but for the most part, everything in this evolution that you guys are seeing with me is coming from higher source. So it's really cool that I started this channel with the intentions of just showing family moments to encourage people to stop taking simple everyday moments for granted. We're living our life waiting for this trip. We're like, oh my God, I can't wait for my vacation. Oh my God, I can't wait for my girls trip. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for da-da-da-da. And so you're just mundanely going through life, taking life for granted, waiting for this big event. And that big event is, first of all, if you haven't practiced gratitude and appreciation for your life, soon as you get to the big event, it's going to be lackluster because you don't, hey, Regina, because you don't know how to show gratitude. So you have to practice showing gratitude and being in appreciation prior to you getting to a space where you need to be showing gratitude and being in appreciation. Do you understand? We cannot wait until we are in any circumstance to start learning how to be in that circumstances. Man, if I just had the job I wanted, I would appreciate. If I just had the relationship I wanted, I would just appreciate. Man, if these kids would, I would just, you can't wait until it manifests in order to experience it. You have to experience it before it manifests in order to make it manifest. It's weird, but those of you who know, because you've experienced, you got to be in it before you can be in it, before you can experience it. There you go. You got to be in it before you can experience it. It has to happen here. It has to happen here. So anyway, that was a tangent. I never thought of it like that. I'm telling you, Von. The revelations are there. Like, boom, third eye popping. All right, y'all. So I am reading the Bible from the perspective of this cover to this cover. And yes, I read the Bible, but I also stop and have commentary with you guys. So the sheer exposure to relationship, the energy that is associated with any holy book, but I'm using this holy book. The energy associated with this holy book is you're tapping into just like full moon energy, just like any type of energy, collective energy. When two or more come together in my name, I am present. So let's expand that from the physical reality of when two or more come together in my presence, meaning you and I are having a conversation about God is present regardless, right? I don't have to be saying God or Allah because I'm probably going to transition to Allah because I learned some more information and I can receive Allah as well. But, Allah. Okay, here's the information I received. What's the first letter in this? A. What's the first letter in this? L. What's the first letter in this? L. What's the first letter in this? A. What's the first letter in this? H. Allah. I am God. So therefore, I can rock with Allah because if I say praise Allah, praise myself, praise God because I am God. So I rock with Allah. I just say God because that's what I grew up in. Anyway, aside from that, yeah, we're reading the Bible, we're asking questions, and we are in the book of Numbers, chapter 2. But I don't know what I was ranting about, but the gang's all here, so let's go. Hey, Kendra. All right, chapter 2, the arrangement of the tribal camps. The Lord says to Moses and Aaron, the Israelites are to camp. Oh, yeah, okay. Tapping into the energy of this, right? So let's think beyond the physical. You and I are here having a conversation. When two or more come together, understand, and this is what God told me, y'all. Whew, God gave me a word this morning. I was laying in this here bed, and I was like, the energy that is in this bed. Think about the energy that's in your bed. I have made a baby in this bed. I think Kaden was either made on an air mattress because we had bed bugs and we had to throw all our furniture away. That was some dirty tactics. Dirty tactics, and I'm going to just leave it like that. A baby was made in this bed. Arguments have been had in this bed. Love has been made in this bed. I have done Bible study in this bed. I have recorded videos in this bed. I have had conversations with my children in this bed. I have healed myself in this bed. A lot has happened in this bed. And all of that energy is in this bed. So every night that I lay in this bed, I am laying in that energy. So if we pay attention to the energy that we are manifesting in our life, like everywhere we go, we're just leaving remnants of energy left everywhere. And you have to think, every night when I lay into this thing, whatever your bed is, when I lay in my bed, what energy am I laying in? You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to what you're doing in your bed. Pay attention to what you're doing in your house. Pay attention to what you're doing in your car. Pay attention to what you're doing because you are in that energy. And when we pick up this book and we read this, we are tapping into the collective energy of the intention of the people who utilize this book. Not what they receive from the book, but the energy of the healing, of the relationship, of all of that. That is what we're tapping into. So simply setting the intention to read this is elevating us. Now we actually open the book and start reading it. We are tapping into that energy. So at the very least, the fact that you sit on this live and get that energy on you for the day, how much is that going to propel you forward? You know what I'm saying? As often as you can, get into the energy. The energy that you want to live in, get into it. Ooh wee. I'm telling you, Yvonne, God was on my head this morning, giving me all kinds of messages. That explains why I don't like sleeping in hotels. I'm telling you, yo, I'm cleaning Airbnbs right now. I'ma just tell you, y'all go. Now I see why them people like, I bring all my cleaning products when I stay in hotels. Yes. And do not take a bath in an Airbnb. And go and wash them sheets and them comforters before you lay your ass down is all I'ma say. Let me go and read my book. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, the Israelites are to camp around the tent of meeting some distance from it, each of them under their standard and holding the banners of their family. On the east towards the sunrise, the divisions of the camp of Judah are to encamp under their standard. The leader of the people of Judah is Nahshon, son of Amminadab. His division numbers 74,600. The tribe of Issachar will camp next to them. The leader of the people of Issachar is Nathaniel, son of Zor. His division number is 54,400. It's crazy how their division numbers are round numbers, right? How come their division numbers aren't 74,612? I love you back, friend. Like, how come the numbers are so round? All the men assigned to the camp of Judah according to their divisions number 186,400. They will set out first. On the south will be the divisions of the camp of Reuben under their standard. The leader of the people of Reuben is Eliezer, son of Shadir. His divisions number 46,500. The tribe of Simeon, Simon, will camp next to them. The leader of the people of Simeon, Simon, is Shalumiel, son of Zerishadai. His division number is 59,300. The tribe of Gad will be next. The leader of the people of Gad, thank you. I appreciate it, Kendra. Elisaph, son of Duel. Thank you, guys. His division number is 45,650. All the men assigned to the camp of Reuben according to their divisions number 151,450. They will set out second. In the tent of meeting in the camp of the Levites will set out in the middle of the camps. They will set out in the same order as they encamp, each in their own place under their standard. On the west will be the divisions of the camp of Ephraim under their standard. The leader of the people of Ephraim is Elishama, son of Immahud. His division number is 40,500. The tribe of Manasseh will be next to them. The leader of the people of Manasseh is Gamaliel, son of Pedazur. His division number is 32,200. The tribe of Benjamin will be next. Ain't Benjamin the only one? Benjamin, Jacob, Joseph, Leah, Rachel, Rebecca. Those were some palatable names. Names I could say. All these other names I just cannot say. But I'm trying. Thank you for sharing the live, y'all. The tribe of Benjamin will be next. The leader of the people of Benjamin is Ebedan, son of Gideoni. His division numbers 35,400. All the men assigned to the camp of Ephraim according to their division number 108,100. They will set out third. On the north will be the divisions of the camp of Dan under their standard. The leader of the people of Dan is Ahiezer, son of Ammishaddai. His division number is 62,700. See, I thought I messed my daughter up by giving her 5 names. But this first name has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 letters. There's 11 letters in their first name. I have given my daughter permission to change her name. I thought I was never having another kid, so I named my kid after everybody. Everybody that I don't talk to no more. I was like, I named you after my favorite people that I don't like anymore. Go on, change your name. The tribe of Asher will camp next to them. The leader of the people of Asher is Pagiel, son of Ochran. His division number is 41,500. The tribe of Naphtali will be next. The leader of the people of Naphtali is Ahara, son of Enan. His division number 53,400. All the men assigned to the camp of Dan number 157,600. They will set out last under their standards. These are the Israelites counted according to their families. All the men of the camps by their divisions number 603,550. The Levites, however, were not counted along with the other Israelites as the Lord commanded Moses. So the Israelites did everything the Lord commanded Moses. This is the way they encamped under their standards, and that is the way they set out, each of them with their clan and family. The Levites. Man, I thought we was going to be done. 30 more pages, y'all. Chapter 3. This is the account of the family of Aaron and Moses at the time of the Lord spoke to Moses at Mount Sinai. The name of the sons of Aaron were Nadab, and the firstborn Amihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Those were the names of Aaron's sons, the anointed priests who were ordained to serve as priests. Nadab and Abihu, however, died before the Lord when they made an offering with unauthorized fire before God in the desert of Sinai. Y'all remember that? He wiped them out right there, cold-blooded in front of their daddy. God took them out. And their daddy had to stand there and be like, I still got to finish these 7 days? Yeah, you still got to finish these 7 days, even though God just smited your sons up out of here. Craziness, y'all. Craziness. They had no sons, so Eleazar and Ithamar served as priests during the lifetime of their father Aaron. The Lord said to Moses, bring the tribe of Levi and present them to Aaron the priest to assist him. They are to perform duties for him and for the whole community at the tent of meeting by doing the work of the tabernacle. They are to take care of all the furnishings of the tent of meeting, fulfilling the obligations of the Israelites by doing the work of the tabernacle. Give the Levites to Aaron and his sons. They are the Israelites who are to be given wholly to him. They are the Israelites who are to be given wholly to him. I'm just reading that. Are the Levites now slaves simply because they're Levites? Why did God free the Israelites from slavery from Egypt simply to throw the Levites into slavery to the Israelites? Is slavery good or bad, God? I'm confused, because it's like you just took these people because they were treated harshly and unfairly as slaves and freed them simply for them to enslave others. Like, aren't we abolishing slavery completely, not just transferring slave to slave? I don't know. Appoint Aaron and his sons to serve as priests. Anyone else who approaches the sanctuary is to be put to death. The Lord also said to Moses, I have taken the Levites from among the Israelites in place of the first male offspring of every Israelite woman. The Levites are mine, for all the firstborn are mine. When I struck down all the firstborn in Egypt, I set apart for myself every firstborn in Israel, whether human or animal. They are to be mine. I am the Lord. The Lord said to Moses in the desert of Sinai, count the Levites by their families and clans. Count every male a month old or more. So Moses counted them as he was commanded by the word of the Lord. These were the names of the sons of Levi. Lord, Lord, Lord. Here we go. Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. These were the names of Gershonites' clans. Libni and Shimei, the Kohathite clans. Amram, Izhar, Hebron, and Uzziel. The Merites' clans. Mali and Mushi. These were the Levites' clans according to their families. To Gershon belonged the clans of the Libnites and Shimeites. These were the Gershonite clans. The number of all the males a month old or more who were counted was 7,500. The Gershonite clans were to camp on the west behind the tabernacle. The leader of the families of the Gershonites was Elisaph, son of Lael. At the tent of meeting, the Gershonites were responsible for the care of the tabernacle and tent, its coverings, the curtain at the entrance to the tent of the meeting, the curtains of the courtyard, the curtain at the entrance to the courtyard surrounding the tabernacle and altar, and the ropes and everything related to their use. This just sounds really pretty. It just sounds like, because they're in the middle of the desert, so I hear the wind blowing, and you know how fabric sounds when it's blowing in the wind? I just hear it like, of course that don't sound, it's like more like, I don't know what fabric's blowing in the wind sounds, but I can hear the fabric blowing in the wind, and it just sounds really pretty. To Kohath belonged the clans of the Amorites, Izharites, Hebronites, and Uzzielites. So at this point, then I'm the Taylorites. I gave birth to the Taylorites, and my husband gave birth to the Appletonites. What kind of ites did y'all give birth to? Because everybody's a knight. We are our own people. That's what I'm receiving. If the Kohath belonged to the clans of the Abronites, Israelites, Hebronites, the Levites are the, I don't know, but I'm a knight. I want to be a knight too. Excuse me? The syrup is in the cabinet. I don't know where the syrup is. Yeah, I don't understand. Can I finish reading the Bible? I don't get. I'm not comprehending, and I don't have time to comprehend. So can I finish reading, and we can have a conversation later? Thank you. I appreciate you. I get it too. I feel the same way. Okay, a jump rope? Yeah. Okay, I got the jump rope. They were responsible for the care of the ark, the table, the lampstand. I skipped something, but that's okay. We get it. It's a bunch of names I can't say. The altars, the articles of the sanctuary used in ministering, the curtains, and everything related to their use. The chief leader of the Levites, like the Levites, are the people of Levi. I don't know if they're offspring of Levi or what, but we're going to be the Taylorites and the Appletonites. Was Eleazar, son of Aaron. Are there the Aaronites? I don't know. The priest. He was appointed over those who were responsible for the care of the sanctuary. It would be Aaron's last name that would make the ites. But everybody's first name makes the ites. I really want to figure out these ites. I've been distracted. I can't even read for it because I'm so caught up in it. The Merari belongs to the clan of the Mahalites and the Mushites. These were the Merarites clans. The number of all the males a month old or more who were counted was 6,200. The leader of the families of the Merarites clans was Zerel, son of Abihail. They were to camp on the north side of the tabernacle. The Merarites were appointed to take care of the frames of the tabernacle, its crossbars, posts, bases, all its equipment, and everything related to their use, as well as the posts of the surrounding courtyard with their bases, tents, pegs, and ropes. Everybody had a job. That's what I'm receiving. Everybody has a job. So if y'all are running your home where only one person is doing everything, reconsider. Everybody needs to have a job function, especially if your kids are leaving your home and they have to be functional adults in their own homes. Everyone needs to learn how to care for everything. You do not want their spouse to be the first person to ask them to do something because you did everything for them. You are setting their spouse up to have a hard time, and you are setting your child up to have a hard time. Encourage your child, incorporate your child into daily functions so that when they're in a relationship or they're out on their own, they know how to be a part of daily functions. Moses and Aaron and his sons were to camp to the east and change jobs up. You know what I'm saying? Like, our children have to have their hands on every aspect of running a household. When my son first came back in October, we all had authority, because this was the first time that we came into collective mindset, living as a collective. We all have equal rights. We all can have our voices are heard and our voices are valid, so our opinions are valid, and we're going to take those into consideration when making decisions for the family. This was when I took the family in that direction. I say I because it has now come to my realization that some of our family members were just going with the flow, but not truly actually making the necessary changes for these things to actually become changes. Remember, you have to actually change yourself at a cellular level in order for changes to be implemented truly in your life. And so, when we started taking the family in that direction, everybody was, everybody is not able to have that responsibility. But what was beautiful about it was, my son, who is 25, who plans on being a father one day, is actually able to work some of his theories out with his brothers and sisters. So he's like, okay, I think that this will work better. Hey, Miss Tay, I think that this will work better in these circumstances. And so he's able to try those things out. Bailey's cooking and doing all these things, and she's able to, practice, being a mother and what that looks like for her versus waiting and rushing to go have kids so she can experience, running a household her way. My children don't have to go out and have their own children to understand what it is to be a parent, not because it's the pervasive side of it. I need you to duplicate me, which I've done that. I need you to duplicate me. So my kids are being mom because mom has to work, or some type of that. No, when we are living as a collective, everyone is just looking out for each other and practicing and developing effective skills that work. And all the theory that doesn't work, they're running through it. They're like, okay, that didn't work, so we are all raised in a certain environment, and a vast majority of us in the environment that we're raised in, we're like, I can't wait to get out of here, start my own family, because I'm not doing this, and this. But we don't know what we are going to do. And what we are going to do is a theory at this point. But when you're living, or you're living as a cooperative or a collective, your children are able to see what it's like to have a family, because they can come to the parents or in family meetings, and they can say, hey, let's try this, let's try it. What we've been doing has gotten us this far. I'm not so full of myself to be like, well, I'm the parent and we're gonna keep doing it my way. No, if one of my kids come to me, everything you see happening in my videos, everything you see happening in my content, as far as the elevation and progression of my family, Bailey pretty much was just like, yo, this ain't working. And I finally figured out she's actually my voice of reason in this lifetime, one of my voices. But now I know not to fight what Bailey says. But she kept saying, so for us to be like, only we dictate down to our kids, no, our kids are definitely our new lenses in this lifetime to help us reconnect and take our family to the next level. But if they can't even have a voice, so the point that I'm making is, if everybody has a job within your home, like everybody had a job within the tabernacle, just make sure you're switching up the jobs within the home so everyone gets a taste of everything, and create it so that it's not a resentment. It's just how we flow. You have to explain things to our children and to our spouses, because this is just how we flow. The other day at 5 a.m., I was talking to Dre about something, and I was like, is today Friday? And he was like, yeah. I was like, look, y'all, if I don't remember to pull the trash cans out, y'all got to pull the trash cans out too. Like, it can't just be me. If you come home and you see the trash cans aren't out, look out for the household. Not, you going to do me a favor. Look out for the household and make sure the trash cans are out. Otherwise, we gonna run out of space in the trash cans. So I got up and I was like, can you please put your phone down and help me with the trash cans? So he put his phone down, and I walked him through, this is what I do when I pull the trash cans out. I empty all the trash cans around the house. There's more than just the kitchen trash. I know you're not aware, but there's more than just the kitchen trash. So, me and Dre worked together to go around the house getting all the trash, and I walked him through my process, and I explained to him my process, so now he can internalize it and make sense of it instead of just put the phone down. Let me help you. No. He understands this has to be done in order to keep this ecosystem running. So how can you become a part of it? Anyway, that was a rant into a rant, and I don't even know, but I made some points. Moses and Aaron and his sons were to camp to the east of the tabernacle toward the sunrise in front of the tent of meeting. They were supposed camp to the east of the tabernacle towards the sunrise. The east is very important. Certain religions honor the east. So did Moses and Aaron. They were responsible for the care of the sanctuary on behalf of the Israelites. Anyone else who approached the sanctuary was to be put to death. And just like reading the Bible, you're tapping into collective energy. When you pray to the east, when you meditate to the east, I don't know which way is east for you, you're tapping into that collective energy as well. So when you are doing your energy work, your spiritual work, whatever that looks like, prayer, meditation, speaking to your ancestors, yada, yada, whatever that looks like, tap into as much collective energy as you can. Hey, friend, right, at our house, everyone's chores are to keep up after themselves, but we all take turns with things we do together, like eating, cooking, cleaning, washing. We all take turns, spouses, children, etc. And I bet you it's working, ain't it? Cocainea? I'm going to call you Daisy because you got two daisies, or sunflowers. I'm going to call you Sunflower. It works. It works. It works in our house. We just realize and come to the realization that some people are going through the motions versus actually making the changes. You know what I'm saying? We in families have stuff between us, right? We're not going to let people in. And because of the way that we have historically replicated the master's plan in our homes, so we have created a space between us and our children where Daisy works. All right, I got you, Daisy. How you doing, friend? We got the space between us because we ain't gonna let too many people get too close to us, right? So we got to start knocking them walls down. But some of us don't even realize we got those walls between us. We're just like, it's all right. Every time somebody does something and bumps up against us and we just let the energy pass and we move on, just because the energy passed doesn't mean that did not get corrected, and it's going to manifest again until you heal through it. And having some conversations and creating a base of understanding is how you heal through it. And most people aren't willing to do that. And that's what we came to the realization in my family. But y'all, my husband said today he gonna start a 3-day fast. This man over here journaling, fasting. He might be praying, I'm not sure. And what else is he doing? Oh, he sent me a text that said, I woke up with something on my spirit. I was like, oh, you did? Oh, you did wake up with something on your spirit? So what I'm saying is, when you are assessing your partner and seeing what their capabilities are, they may fight you because you're asking them to change. I love it too, friend. My daughter has this space between her and my husband because they got work to do. And until my husband is willing to do the work, my daughter is an 18-year-old, so she's like, I'm not interested in the relationship. But it's not for my daughter to go to my husband and work through their issues. It's for my husband to accept that there's issues. Because we're so used to this. Like, this is normal for us. He thinks there's no problem. He don't understand why my daughter got a problem. Because this is normal. This is normal. Only coming to hang out with your parents during holidays and birthdays and, only calling on Sunday and, maybe only seeing people during funerals and births and stuff like that. That's normal. It's not fucking normal. We should be able to cohabitate. We should be able to occupy the same space until we leave this earth. And generations coming up beneath us, we all should be able to love on each other and lift each other and be with each other. That is how we rise. Not as soon as we turn 18, going in opposite directions. And so, yeah, we started moving in that direction, but it really started manifesting during our family meetings, having the same arguments over and over again, our discussions. Some of us are doing the work, some of us are complying. Everyone needs to do the work because this stuff gotta go. I'm not living like this with my husband. I'm not living like this with any of my children. And I don't want any of my children to live this way with me. I don't want any of my children to live this way with my husband. I don't want any of my children to live this way amongst themselves. Now, I am very much aware that is their work to do. I can only plant seeds. But understand that this is not God's plan for not one of us. All right. Daisy giving us some wisdom. Let's see. Respect versus react. I love that. That's great. I concur. Us as adults can be set in our ways too. Exactly. It's hard at first. We all are on different paths. Exactly. I went through that as well. Amen, amen, amen. So you are demonstrating for us through your comments and your willingness to share that it is possible to heal through it. And you just have to provide the space for it to happen. We got this. I'm really excited for us as a community. I'm excited for us as Black women. I'm excited for us as Black families. I'm excited for us as humans. So I'm not only focused on the Black community, but we are under such severe attack because we are the way makers. We are the game changers. Check out the videos I'm dropping right now. Like, they scared of us. And as I read this Bible and I read through all the lies, and I'm just like, y'all literally telling us to hate ourselves. Like, we are divinity, and you're telling us, hate your divinity and only look to me. No. And the fact that they got our pastors out here preaching this stuff, it breaks my heart. But we gon' every time I say this, it feels bad. I was going to say we're going to smack it up and flip it and get the truth out of the lies. But it just don't feel like I should make that reference in according to the Bible. All right, let's keep reading. The total number of Levites counted at the Lord's command by Moses and Aaron according to their clans, including to every male a month old or more, was 22,000. The Lord said to Moses, count all the firstborn Israelite males who are a month old or more and make a list of their names. Take the Levites from me in place of all the firstborn of the Israelites and the livestock of the Levites in place of all the firstborn of the livestock of the Israelites. I am the Lord. So Moses counted all the firstborn of the Israelites as the Lord commanded him. The total number of firstborn males a month old or more listed by name was 22,273. The Lord also said to Moses, take the Levites in place of all the firstborn of Israel and the livestock of the Levites in place of their livestock. The Levites are to be mine. I am the Lord. To redeem the 273 firstborn Israelites who exceed the number of the Levites, collect 5 shekels for each one, according to the sanctuary shekel, which weighs 20 gerah. Give the money for the redemption of the additional Israelites, let me guess, to the priests. To Aaron and his sons. Oh, how did I guess the extra money went to the church? Didn't see that coming. Let me see. So Moses collected the redemption money from those who exceeded the number redeemed by the Levites. From the firstborn of the Israelites, he collected silver weighing 1365 shekels according to the sanctuary shekel. Moses gave the redemption money to Aaron and his sons as he was commanded by the word of the Lord. The Lord says to take your money and give it to the church. That's what the Lord said. Chapter 4, the Kohathites. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, take a census of the Kohathites, branch of the Levites by their clans and families. Count all the men from 30 to 50 years of age who come to serve in the work of the tent of meeting. This is the work of the Kohathites at the tent of meeting, the care of the most holy things. I'ma just keep it real. This Man, it's a dirty game. How many preachers are just gifted orators? All of them. But they just found their shtick. You know, they found their way to get paid. Because the seeds are planted early on in order to be in compliance, and I guess you choose, like, there was a point in time where T.D. Jakes spoke to me. There was a point in time where Joel Osteen spoke to me. There was a time where my pastor, Bishop Thomas spoke to me. There was a time, and I have outgrown those messages. But do we say that those messages were not true divinity? And these are just names. I'm not saying anything about these people. These are just popular names that we all can relate to understand what I'm talking about. Frame of reference points. Okay, did you tell her thank you? Yeah. Okay, shut my door, please. In the blue. Oh, that's a pretty color. Can you shut my door, please? I like blue. I know you like blue. But what I'm saying is there are some people out there who just figured out their hustle is in the name of the Lord. So some people are truly out there getting hustled because we're all searching for something, right? Well, key one is if you're searching for anything outside of yourself, you're already faulty in the search. But there are truly some pastors out there who figured out the ultimate hustle. Searching outside yourself. It's a fool's game. It's a fool's search. This is the work of the Kabbothites at the tent of meeting, the care of the most holy things. When the camp is to move, Aaron and his sons are to go in and take down the shielding curtain and put it over the ark of the covenant law. Then they are to cover the curtain with a durable leather, spread a cloth of solid blue over that, and put the pole in place. Over the table of the presence, they are to spread a blue cloth and put on it the plates, dishes, and bowls, and the jars for drinking offerings. The bread that is continually there is to remain on it. They are to spread a scarlet cloth over them, cover that with the durable leather, and put the poles in place. They are to take blue cloth and cover the lampstand. My son just came in here and said blue too. That is for light, together with its lamps, its wicks, trimmers, and trays, and all its jars for the olive oil used to supply it. Then they are to wrap it in all its accessories in a covering of the durable leather and put it on a carrying frame. Over the gold altar, they are to spread a blue cloth and cover that with the durable leather and put the poles in place. They are to take all the articles used for ministering in the sanctuary, wrap them in a blue cloth, cover that with the durable leather, and put them in a carrying frame. They are to remove the ashes from the bronze altar and spread a purple cloth over it. Then they are to place on it all the utensils used for ministering at the altar, including the fire pans, meat forks, shovels, and sprinkling bowls. Over it they are to spread a covering of the durable leather and put the poles in place. After Aaron and his sons have finished covering the holy furnishings and all the holy articles, and when the camp is ready to move, only then are the Kohathites to come and do the carrying. But they must not touch the holy things or they will die. The Kohathites are to carry those things that are in the tent of meeting. Eleazar, son of Aaron, the priest, is to have charge of the oil for the light, the fragrant incense, the regular grain offering, and the anointing oil. He is to be in charge of the entire tabernacle and everything in it, including its holy furnishings and articles. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "See that the Kohathite tribal clans are not destroyed from among the Levites, so that they may live and not die when they come near the most holy things. Do this for them. Aaron and his sons are to go into the sanctuary and assign to each man his work and what he is to carry. But the Kohathites must not go in to look at the holy things, even for a moment, or they will die." The Gershonites. The Lord said to Moses, "Take a census also of the Gershonites by their..." Yes, that sounds like a oil lamp ritual at an altar for the color blue, the throat chakra, to speak. See? And they want to tell us we ain't supposed to be doing rituals when the book is full of rituals. I'm going to keep reading. families and clan. Count all the men. And hey, if you guys are looking to build community, we are a great group of people. Get to know each other, follow each other, start commenting on each other's things, get to know each other. And then you'll find that you actually have sisters that you can reach to who are on the same vibrational point that you're on. And now you have community, and you have people to support you through. Not people to trauma bond with, but to people to have that third eye connection with and start mirroring each other back to each other. That's what this is about. It is finding community and people to mirror yourself back to each other, so you're essentially talking to yourself. When you're talking to somebody that you're on a different vibrational frequency on, that is trauma bonding. They really can't feed you. They're just giving you a place to vent. But when you're ready to move past venting, you can find like-minded people, i.e. in this community. Like, everybody ain't rocking over here. This ain't for everybody. But maybe if there's people who are hanging around and showing up every day, and you notice their little pictures and them in the comments and stuff like that, make sure when you hop in, you say hi to everybody, because that's what people in the community do. Say, hey, everybody. Everybody saying hi to each other, getting to know each other. And now you're building your sisterhood and you're building your tribe, so that you stop feeling so alone out here. You know what I'm saying? I feel so like I have a place in this world every time I click this camera on. You know what I'm saying? Because even though you're not in my physical reality, you're in my spiritual reality. And so I have gone from feeling like I am the only one out here, nobody understands me, to this is my motherfucking tribe. And you can too. So just get to know each other in the comments, follow each other, start commenting on each other's posts, and get to know each other and vibe on the frequency. Hey y'all, that's what I'm talking about. I use Psalms in all my rituals. There's a lady I saw on YouTube. I'm gonna have to come follow you, sis, because I need to know what you over there doing. But Daisy. There's a lady that I saw on YouTube. She said she wrote a whole book of, she was a witch, so witchcraft, but she wrote a whole book based off of the Psalms. I watched a video on ritual and the chakras this morning. See, go check out Daisy. Daisy got something going on over there. I'm curious. My behind. As soon as I get off this live, I'm be like, let me screenshot you so I can go and follow you. Can I follow you from here? If we don't, I might follow. I don't know who I follow. I don't really go and consume people's content because I keep saying I don't have time. I really don't. I don't even have time to do. I just don't have organization. I'm sure that I could say 30 minutes a day, go and consume people's content. And if I stuck with the schedule, because nothing can build without structure. My page name is, let me put that down. There we go. Anyway, I'm rambling. We got to get through these goddamn clans. I'm so tired of it. Count all the men from 30 to 50 years of age and who come to serve in the work of the Tena meeting. This is the service of the Garshianite clans in their carrying and their other work. They are to carry the curtains of the tabernacle, that is the tent of meeting, its covering and its outer covering of durable leather, the curtains of the entrance to the tent of meeting, the curtains of the courtyard surrounding the tabernacle and altar, the curtains of the entrance to. And Spirit just told me, when you are sharing with people, you don't have to, when you are vibrating, when you are vibing with people, you ain't even got to share the intimate details of your business. I ain't gonna go tell some random stranger my business. No, when you're on the same vibrational point, and it's proven with me, you could just say, hey girl, and she will deliver the message for you off top. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of you guys who have just come into my space or just clicked on one of my videos and it's telling you what you are contemplating. It's giving you the next piece to your puzzle. So as you meet these new people, it's not for you to go and be like, oh, just dump on them, because nobody likes to be dumped on, especially us fillers. We don't like, don't dump on me. But when you talk to people and just, they can feel your energy and they automatically start delivering messages. That's just how it works. So don't think that I'm encouraging you to go find somebody. Look, y'all grown ass women, y'all figure out how to make friends yourself. But what I'm saying is, this is a good group of people. Alter the curtains for the entrance of the courtyard. But just because y'all grown ass women doesn't mean you know how to make friends. You learned how to make friends on the playground. And whatever methodology you adapted as a child to make friends, is the methodology you use today. You use a variation of it. So some of you may not know how to make friends. If you need help making friends, check out my services. I do a higher consciousness download as well as an energy worksheet, and I can teach you. Or, I could just do a coaching session with you if you need help on making friends. But for me to say that erroneous thing that, so upset I said it. You're a grown-ass woman, you should know how. If no one taught you, how do you know? If you taught yourself, how do you know? If the people that were teaching you taught you a very not friendly way to be a friend, how do you know how to truly be a friend? That's a whole conversation in itself. How do you be a friend if you've never truly had a friend? How do you be a friend if you taught yourself how to be a friend based off of all the examples around you of shady friendship? Have you ever truly had a genuine friend? Are all your friendships like this? Or don't see good examples. Yeah, so that's a whole nother conversation. How do you become a friend if you've never had a friend? I think I'll go live after this live and let's talk about being a friend, because that's a fallacious assuming just because someone is a certain age they know how to do something, because Lord knows my deficits. I love your content. You're right, I had to unlearn a lot in solitude after reflecting and project my projects. Real spill. I like when you say that, real spill. Thank you guys. I'm gonna finish projecting. That's what I thought it said. Let me finish we ain't ever gonna get through these baguettes, y'all. We ain't ever gonna get through the baguettes because I don't want to read it and I keep getting distracted. I think God's gonna forgive me if I skip a couple paragraphs. The Merarites. Count the Merarites for this clans and families. Count all the men from 30 to 50 years of age and come to serve in the work of the tent of meeting as part of all their services of the tent. They are to carry the frames of the tabernacle, its crossbars, posts, and bases, as well as the posts of the surrounding courtyard with their bases, tents, pegs, ropes, and all their equipment and everything related to their use. Assign to each man the specific things he is to carry. This is the service of the Merite clans as they work at the tent of meeting under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron, the priest. The numbering of the Levites clans. Moses, Aaron, and the leaders of the community counted the Kohathites by their clans and families, all the men from 30 to 50 years of age who came to serve in the work of the tent of meeting. I'm just laughing in my head because this is the equivalent of me procrastinating. You know how you have to write a paper and you don't want to write a paper, so you just keep doing other things to distract yourself? I'm supposed to be reading this, but I don't want to read this. Like, Numbers is giving Leviticus, is giving Exodus, and I don't want to read it. And I'm trying to get out of it, but I can't get out of it because I keep procrastinating having side conversations. It's so boring. This was the total of all those of the Kohathite clans who served at the tent of meeting. Moses and Aaron counted them according to the Lord's command through Moses. The Gershonites were counted by their clans and families. All the men from the 30 to 50 years of age who came to serve in the work of the tent of meeting, counted by their clans and families, were 2630. This is the total of those in the Gershonite clan who served at the tent of meeting. Moses and Aaron counted them according to the Lord's command. The Merarites were counted by their clans and families. All the men from 30 to 50 years of age who came to serve in the work of the tent of meeting, counted by their clans, were 3,200. This was the total of those in the Merarites clan. Moses and Aaron counted them according to the Lord's command through Moses. So Moses and Aaron and the leaders of Israelites counted all the Levites by their clans and families. All the men from 30 to 50 years of age who came to do the work of serving and carrying the tent of the meeting numbered 8580. At the Lord's command through Moses, each was assigned his work and told what to carry. Thus they were counted as the Lord commanded Moses. I need to know how big this tent was, because there's thousands of people. Is each person responsible for a piece? You get a cog, you get a cog, you get a cog. Like, how much did they break this tent down? This just seems counterproductive. If they got thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people carrying this tent, I need to know how big this tent is, especially if only 4 people are actually allowed to go into the tent. How big is this dang tent? They got a lot of people carrying it. Tomorrow we're going to read The Purity of the Camp. We are on page 116. Our goal is to get to the end of Numbers, which is... Well, our goal is to read the Bible, but we trying to get up out of Numbers as soon as possible. Page 148, and we are on page 116. If I could just stop rambling, I'm just like, this is boring. I don't even want to listen to this, so I be trying to entertain y'all on the way to our journey. So we just gonna take our time. We got time. Poverty rushes. Divinity is wealth. Think about it. Let me give y'all this real spill real quick. Kendra, it's real spill. I'm gonna give y'all that real spill. I'm gonna work that into my vocabulary. Something that came to me, I was watching this cartoon. Everything's a classroom. I was watching this cartoon and I was watching all the characters rush around, but there was one character who was a little rich kid, and he was strolling, taking his time on his little cell phone, not what everybody else was worried about. He wasn't worried about none of that. The little rich kid. And I watched it, I was like, poverty rushes. Lack mentality is poverty mentality, because wealthy people take their motherfucking time. And so since I've developed the idea of poverty rushes, divinity takes its time, wealth takes its time, am I going to move in poverty energy, or am I going to move in wealth energy? And now take it beyond the cartoon. It's a cartoon, even though the cartoon is based on reality. Look at wealthy people. They ain't rushing. They taking their time to make decisions. An opportunity presents itself. They don't jump on it. They're like, okay, I'm going to take a couple days to think about it. Think about what wealth looks like. And think about the life that you're creating yourself. Are you creating a life of poverty energy? Rush, 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 rush. Take whatever comes to you. Are you creating yourself a life of wealth? You're taking your time, you're thinking things through, you're studying, you're paying attention. So, yes, I'm trying to get through Numbers, but we're going to take our time. Because poverty rushes. Wealth takes its time. All right, y'all, I'm Lonnie Appleton. Hold up. I can tell you are me and I am you in this instance. Boring. Let's get through it, sis. We got to get through this. We're going to get through it, but we're going to have some laughs on the way to it. I don't want to lose my little audience. I'm in gratitude. I am in gratitude for every single one of you. So if no one has told you today, this week, this month, this year, this lifetime, you are appreciated. You are valued. You all mean so much to me. Thank you. I love you back, sis. I truly do. I hold a space in my heart for our elevation because I know who and what we are, and I know our potential. I am Lonnie Appleton. I am a healthy family advocate. I advocate for the health and the wellness and the restoration of our family. I go live every day, Monday through Saturday, if time permits, and I read the Bible. Back at you, Kendra. And I read the Bible. I read the Bible from the perspective not to argue is it valid or not. I'm reading it. If you don't think it's valid, go do something else with your time instead of trying to argue with me about its validity. I'm reading it because I know there's something in here for me and I'm being obedient. God themselves told me to read this Bible. And since I've been reading this Bible, so many things have opened up for me internally and externally. Thank you, Ree. I love you back. Monday through Saturday, 12 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is presently 1:04, so an hour and 4 minutes ago, I read the Bible every day. If you're available, hop on. Simply listen. I love when you guys double tap the screen. I love when you guys comment. I love when you guys get to know each other. It warms my soul to see you guys in the comments talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? Because my vision and dream of sisterhood is being realized through you guys. And this is what Shifu said. Shifu said, yes, I am here and I am the reason why you all came together. But you have to understand, watching you come together is birthing a vision. You guys meeting each other, building your community, healing your families, doing the work is birthing a vision of mine. So I am over the moon, overjoyed, and thankful for every single one of you. You can always support the community. You can donate to the Cash App, Lonnie Appleton, in the bio, LONEEAPPLETON. If you like something for your buck, you can always support the merch. Collaboration over competition is my latest sweatshirt that I created. That was actually inspired by one of our community members who, in one of my videos, one of my lives, I was like, collaboration over competition. I just be running my mouth. And so after the live, it was Bible study, the book of Job. They messaged me and said, hey, you should create a shirt that says collaboration over competition. And I was like, that's real smart. So I created the shirt and I credited them for, being the inspiration for the shirt. So you can pick up your merch. I have all kinds of different items if you like clothing and you like things, at LonnieLifestyle.com. LONEELIFESTYLE.com. Link in bio. I have 2 books if you're a reader, so you can pick up my urban fiction book, which is saucy, and it's saucy 20-year-old saucy. It ain't 40-year-old saucy. 40-year-old saucy like, let me see, I get my leg up for you. No, it's 20-year-old saucy, so they flying from the chandeliers. But there's a message there because I'm me. I also have What's the Best That Can Happen, which documents my healing journey and my ascension. So those of you who are going through your ascension and you're like, okay, I'm stuck, I'm not making any progress, then you can get the book and see maybe there's some points where, oh, let me try this. Because that's all this is let me try this. We are scientists. We're not failing at nothing. It was a theory. We worked it out. We took out what we can use and we threw the rest away. There's no such thing as failure. We out here working theories. We reaching our highest potential, but we cannot reach our highest potential if we ain't even willing to try. So that's what we out here doing. Definitely plug into the content. If you're not already following, follow. Dig back into the videos. I'm reposting my content over on YouTube. So if you want to get into the older content and not have to scroll your ass all the way back down to 1999, I'm just playing, 2023, go over to YouTube. I am actively publishing February 2023 videos in February 2024. Maybe. I don't know. But, you can always go back. You know what I'm saying? Because for some of you, the language that I'm using, you're just like, what the hell is she talking about? But you're here. You ever been here and you're just like, I don't understand what's going on, but I'm here. Well, the beautiful thing about my content, the way that God walked me up, with the flame, the way that God walked me up was, I started speaking from the physical world existence, and then it moved into the spiritual world existence, and then it moved into the energetic world existence, and now I'm talking about what I'm talking about, but I have walked it up. So go to the point in my content where it makes sense for you and pick it up from there. But definitely follow, start talking. If you're out here and you feel alone, that is the Black woman plight. We don't talk to each other. Start talking. And guess what? Chances are sis standing right next to you in the comments section, she feel alone too. And y'all find out y'all got something in common, because guess what? At this point, it is my intention. This is the energetic field that I am is manifesting and pulling into myself. I am calling into myself like-minded individuals. I am calling into myself people with similar backgrounds and histories. I am calling into myself people. So if you guys are being called into this space, understand that we are all being called into this space. Which means if you can relate to me, you can relate to her, you can relate to her, you can relate to her, you can relate to her. Now, I'm not saying the whole person, y'all can't relate to all of me. But the part of me that you can relate to, guess what? There's somebody else out there. Why are you coming back after this live? Yes, I am. I should be ending this live, but I done got into a tangent. Anyway, y'all, support the community. You get the merch, you get the books. I'm a coach. I don't do readings, but I do energy downloads. Check out my website, LonnieLifestyle.com. Support the community. I appreciate you. And yeah, I'm going to come right back and I'm going to talk about friendship. Just a little bit. Well, first, I'm going to call my husband back because I declined his call. But after I call my husband, I'll be back. So y'all going to get your drinks because we going to figure this friendship thing out because we ain't got nothing else to do but think about ourselves, right? We ain't got nothing else to do but think about... I ain't got nothing else to do but think about me. Why am I going to think about you? I'm going to think about me. I am selfish as fuck. I want to know everything about me. And you should want to know everything about you. And the beautiful thing is, we could all do it together and bounce ideas off of each other and grow together. I'll be right back. Talk to y'all later. What's tomorrow? Tuesday? I will be here at noon. So I'll be here tomorrow. Y'all have a great day.